So a little while back, I had the opportunity to partner with someone by the name of Ray Edwards, who I took on as a client in order to rebuild his website. So if you're not already familiar with Ray, he's a copywriting expert. He's got a very popular podcast. He's a speaker. He's an author. And he's building an independent personal brand online. So that's why I was really excited to work with Ray in the redesign of his website. So what I wanted to do today is take some time to go over some of the pieces that we built out, again, just to give you some ideas and kind of some direction as you are building out your own site. Now, an interesting thing to keep in mind about Ray's site is that in addition to working with me at Rightly Designed, we also set up his site, and again, it's built on WordPress. We set it up in such a way as to make it extremely easy to customize. So after we reached a point in time where we took this site live, we also began offering it and distributing it through Notable themes. So anybody now can go and have a site that is as powerful as Ray Edwards' website, and we've called it the Authority theme. But what I wanted to do is just show you some of the features we worked in for the main purpose of just so you can see some of the pieces that are important to have inside your website. I did this a while back with another WordPress website that I had created by the name of Platform University. So from time to time, I'm just going to break down and give you a little bit of a behind the scenes look of some of the websites that I'm currently building or that I have built or other projects that I'm working on, just so you can get, again, ideas for your own projects as you're working on them, things maybe you can tweak or add or adjust on your own site, things that are working, things that aren't, and just kind of go through the whole process and kind of take a look into the design and the development process that I go through as I am actually building out a site. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and let's jump on over to the computer screen so you can take a look at some of the features that we built into rayedwards.com, also known as the Authority theme. Okay, so I wanted to take a little bit of time just to give you a little bit of an overview of a site that I recently built for someone by the name of Ray Edwards. Of course, you can check it out over at rayedwards.com. Ray Edwards is currently building a personal brand. He's a professional copywriting expert. And I just wanted to show you some of the pieces that we worked in just so you can take them into account for your own sites that you are currently working with, especially if you have a personal brand. This is something that you're going to want to pay attention to, I should say. So now if you go to rayedwards.com for the first time, this is something that's really key about this website. What happens is you get redirected to something that is called a welcome page. So a welcome page has a nice hero image here. It's got an auto-playing video, which usually plays on Safari. There's something tweaky with Chrome right now that's stopping auto-playing videos. But usually there's an autoplay video in the background, and then there's a nice call to action. So of course, as always, the key part of any website is to build your email list. If it's not building your email list, then it's not really serving a very good purpose in terms of growing your business. So the whole idea behind a welcome page is that you're going to give your visitors, and one of the things we were thinking through as we were building out Ray's site, so we wanted to give new visitors a nice overview of the entirety of who Ray is, what he does, and build some kind of authority in terms of who he is as well. So we've got in here some testimonials, one from Michael Hyatt. He's got a really nice welcome video here. Again, another testimonial, another call to action for his free course, again, building the email list. And this is key as well. One of the problems that we have seen across the web with a lot of bloggers and online business builders and personal brands is that they tend to just give you a list of their latest posts. But if you're visiting the site for the first time, that might not necessarily help you in any way, shape, or form. First thing you need to know is who this person is. And number two, what specific things they can help you do. So it says up here, hey, Ray, I need help too. And then he's got links to specific areas in his website that can help you accomplish those goals. So grow my business, get productive, start a blog, get clients, track my tribe, find meaning. And these are specific things that Ray helps people do. So this is key. And again, this is right there on the welcome site. And this is another thing as well. I can't tell you how many personal brands I've seen that hide their products or have their products on some other site that nobody even knows about. He has his products built right into the welcome page, or at least he's got some featured products. He's also got a separate page that we built into the site that that shows all of his products. Again, another testimonial.
and then the main navigation to the main area of the site. So the neat thing about this is that once you go to this front page, if I were to go to rayedwards.com from this point forward, what you'll notice is that no longer does it redirect me. I am no longer a new visitor. So what you end up with is a nice area here, or a nice call to action. Again, that's very key. We want to make sure that the call to action is nice and prominent. This is something to keep in mind when you are building your site. Make sure that you're building your site in such a way as to remember that just about any page on your site could be the place where people are seeing you for the first time. So we've actually got this built, this call to action built into every page within his site. So if you go and you read his blog, you're going to find here, you're going to find that call to action again. Another key thing as well, if I go up here, you'll see that one of the things we've worked in is that we've made the far right hand button a call to action as well. This is key because this is usually where people tend to click first. It's the most prominent for most users. But again, if we go to any old page across the site, you will notice that we have that across the navigation. So that is key. Another thing that's important to remember as well is that when people are coming back to your site, a lot of times what they do want to see at that point is the latest piece of content you've created. So what we've done is we've kind of highlighted his latest piece of content, which is going to be his podcast. So you see the featured image off here to the right, the headline off to the left, a nice little intro paragraph. Then we've broken it up with some of the top categories that he has across his site, and then kind of a grid view or a magazine view of all the other items, in terms of the latest pieces of content that he has across the site. Now that portal area that I mentioned at the top, on the welcome page, he also has on the bottom of almost every page across his site, which is key. Again, we want to make it simple for people to find the core things that you offer regardless of where they are on your site. And the footer has also brought a lot of things into account. His top product, a nice picture of him, some resources, company information, and ways to connect with Ray. Once we pop into the single page, we see, or into a single post, we'll see the sidebar here solves very much the same problem as the footer. Got some nice social proof here, so you can see how many subscribers he has. You can like his Facebook page, some of his upcoming events, some of his products here in the right-hand sidebar. Again, there is those portal links, again, just a smaller version of it. So there's that as well. His really popular posts. We got another call to action here at the bottom of the blog post. You see every aspect, every piece, every pixel of this site has been tailored from the ground up to help Ray build his business. I can't tell you how many sites I've seen that just do not take very simple marketing practices into mind. That's really the problem with so many sites out there these days, especially ones that you buy that are multi-purpose WordPress themes, is they're just not tailored to be able to, make it easy to create a lot of these list building techniques and business building techniques. One of the things that we did build in though, and that was essential to this, and this is just a demo version of the site, is that it's extremely easy to customize. So I've set it up in such a way where you can actually just pop through here, easily change the color palette, super easily, literally changing the entire color of the site, just a couple of clicks. We've got a ton of typography in here, so you can actually pick from hundreds of Google fonts. And you'll see all of that changing dynamically. We've made it super easy so that you can just really easily swap out, your header image. You can even do that periodically. It's a nice picture of Jeff Goins. So there's a lot of different things that are built into this to make it super easy to customize. So that's a big part. Whenever I'm building a website, I like to make it not only beautiful and extensible on the front end, I also like to make it highly customizable on the back end, so that you don't necessarily need a developer to change the site or to add features to it or to modify it to fit your particular brand. So hopefully that's helpful to you. The main reason why I wanted to go over this site was just to give you a good idea of some of the pieces that you need to build into your site in terms of getting leads. That is so important. I see so many websites that get a decent amount of traffic but miss so many opportunities that rely fully upon pop-ups that interrupt people or don't make their calls to action prominent or easy to get to. So hopefully this gives you some ideas of some ways that you can better leverage the traffic that you're getting today on your website.
Okay, so hopefully you found that helpful and useful. As always, if you did find it useful, give us that thumbs up. Also, scroll down, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to the Rightly Design channel if you haven't already. And also, you can become a subscriber over at Rightly Design, where we're always giving useful free resources, tools, tips, and more things that will help you grow your business. You can find those if you go to rightly.tv/subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.